In economics, and in this course especially, we need to be very careful about the language we use to talk about demand curves moving. We need to differentiate between movements along a demand curve. This will be changes in its own price, and differentiate those between shifts in the demand curve left or right. And we'll call those increase or decreases in demand. So let me show you this in a graph so you know what I mean. We need to separate it, how we refer to a shift in the demand curve versus a movement along a demand curve. Here's demand curve 1. If we have a price change, say price goes down from P1 to P2, right? That's going to change the quantity demanded from Q1 up to Q2. Price goes down, quantity goes up, just like the law of demand. If we have this sort of movement along the demand curve, let's put an A there, we're going to call that a change in quantity demanded, like so. And that quantity demanded is the important part. Okay, we want to separate that from a shift in demand to out to demand curve 2, a whole new demand curve. Let's call that B, that shift there. For this type of shift to the left or the right, this increase or decrease of demand, we're going to call that a change in demand. Okay, so what we have here, if you move up along or down along an individual demand curve as price changes, we're going to call that a change in quantity demanded. So in this case, it would be an increase in quantity demand. Okay, for that. If we have a movement like B, a shift to the right of the demand curve, we need to say that this is an increase in demand, not quantity demanded. Okay, so imagine we have to talk about this model with each other and other economists, and we need to keep straight what we're actually talking about. Are we talking about a movement along a curve or a shift in the curve? And so that's why we need to be a particular stickler about this type of terminology. So on an exam, you'll have questions. They're going to be using this type of terminology, and all I want you to be able to do is differentiate. Is it causing a movement along a demand curve or a shift in the demand curve one way or another?